Hispanic, I'm black, I'm a Democrat.
I have not once ever in my life voted for a Republican, and that changes in 2022.
We're sick and tired of being sick and tired of every day.
That was just a few days ago. Several high-profile Democrats here in New York coming out in support of Republican candidate for Governor Lee Zeldin. Crime so out of control in New York that many Democrats are even saying enough is enough, jumping ship, deserting Governor Kathy Hochul, specifically on some of her policies. But one of the gentlemen you saw on the right of the podium is New York City Democratic Councilman Bob Holden. He joins us now. Councilman, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming on to National Report and accepting our invitation here. Talk to us about this. We saw you out there. You are a Democrat, but if I understand this correctly, you're going to vote Republican. I imagine are you getting any pushback from that from your colleagues? Talk to us about it.
Very little pushback. My constituents always voted for the person, not the party. And yeah, I'm a Democrat for 50 years. So anybody says I'm not a Democrat is sorely mistaken. And I'm supporting a Republican Lee Zeldin, who's the best choice for governor, because all you have to do is visit New York City now. And I remember when Rudy Giuliani, a Republican mayor, turned around New York City. And Mayor de Blasio destroyed that within 8 years. And so we have essentially lawlessness in our streets. So I want a governor, and we should all elect elected officials that are going to really put public safety number one. And that's what Kathy Hochul, the current governor, is not doing. Because, again, you just have to walk around Manhattan, walk around the city, and you'll see lawlessness. And that's got to stop.
So you feel, because when we look at the polling, it seems as if Zeldin is catching up to the governor. Do you feel that others, maybe like yourself, who are putting politics aside and saying safety is number one, what our constituents are calling for is number one, and that would be someone other than the Democratic incumbent?
Right. And again, we need to, a bail reform in New York State is a disaster. You can shoot a gun in New York City. We have tough gun laws, but chances are you're not going to go to jail. Most of them, I think 80% of them, if you shoot a gun, are not going to spend any time in jail. And forget about if you burglarize a home, steal property, steal a car, break into a car. Nobody's doing jail time, for property crimes. So this is a huge problem. And again, we just have a lot of people leaving New York State, and much of it is because of Kathy Hochul, who is, again, she was more of a moderate in the past, but she's gone way left. And now the socialists are essentially taking over New York City.
New York City, as you mentioned, that's sometimes rather often the key to winning a race like the gubernatorial race in New York. And obviously, New York City is a bright blue city. And do you think that's going to play a major role in this governor's race?
And I'm telling you, New York City residents must take a look around, because what we're seeing, obviously, on our streets is alarming. We need to get public order back, and we need somebody that's going to be tough on crime. So I think New York City residents are beginning to get the message. We see a lot more Democrats jumping ship, and that's what they should do. We have to get control of our city. The mandates are out of control. There's obviously, just with this governor, a lot of corruption we're seeing, a lot of wasted money all over the place. And again, just the crime itself. And Kathy Hochul has done nothing for bail reform. That's a disaster. So what de Blasio did was to empty our jails, especially during the pandemic. And he blamed the pandemic as the reason he wanted to get the jail population down. So he tried to cut it in half artificially. But this Mayor Adams, is trying to get control of the obviously the jails and the criminal justice system,
sure,
and our streets.
Sure.
And that's why we need somebody that's going to be tough on crime. And Lee Zeldin is that man.
Former, New York City, part of NYPD, Eric Adams there. A final question for you is this. We've interviewed Lee Zeldin, the candidate, Republican candidate, several times on this program. I'm curious to know with you, spending time outside of media with him, perhaps, talking to him on the trail, what is it about Lee Zeldin that stands out to you saying, hey, this is the right guy to govern this state of New York?
Well, the first thing he said was he's going to fire do nothing revolving door justice DAs that we have. And that's what Kathy Hochul hasn't promised. And so you have DAs, we have a district attorney in Manhattan who, again, is not putting anybody in jail, or very few people in jail who are committing crimes. That's the first thing I like about Lee Zeldin, that he's promised he's going to fire the do nothing DAs. And then you also have, obviously, he's, Lee Zeldin has been in the service. He has a stellar record, a common sense elected officials, which we need more of. We don't have that many in the Democratic Party, but we got to get some more. And so if we can't get one in the Democratic Party, I'm voting Republican. Okay. And I'm going to vote for any Republican that promises to restore public safety in New York City and New York State. Interesting words, interesting times. Democratic New York City Councilman Robert Holden. Bob, good to see you. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks.